Let's go. Pay me what you owe me and don't play with me, homie.
All right, welcome back to the Hustle Podcast, sponsored by the Retail RX. And I like to have people from San Diego come by the studio, the garage here, and just talk about, you know, different things from their upbringing and the hustling that they're doing in San Diego to grow their individual businesses.
What do we got tonight?
What do we got tonight? We got the Ground Floor Murals. And if you don't know who the Ground Floor Murals are, honestly, you're sleeping because you guys are smashing. So what do you tell people? I'll start with you, Paul. We got Paul and Signe. Paul, what's up? What's the Ground Floor Murals all about? What are you guys all about?
Oh man, we're all about just kind of just representing what we know best and who we know best. We love our city, and that's really what inspired us to even get started with this. You know, we both got laid off during COVID in the same week, and after that, we just started drawing at our house like every single day to pass the time. We were getting pretty good on our iPads, and then one day I was like, hey, I'm gonna try some spray paint. I've always wanted to try it. My mom has a nice brick wall in the backyard, so I got some spray paint, and then I did a rooster, and I liked it. I was like, this is really cool, and I had never felt that way about a medium before. So like, you know, I'm gonna get really good at this. So I was like, Signe, let's start doing this together. So we went from my mom's backyard to my aunt's backyard, to another backyard, and then an alley, and then we've just been going, and it's been almost 2.5 years now.
And Signe, yeah, damn, right? Signe, have you painted before? Like, you have a background as a painter, artist? What's your story?
I don't have any background in spray painting prior to when we started painting together. But I grew up really into art. I always knew I felt like an artist. I just never knew I was going to actually do it professionally. I knew it had to be creative, but I didn't think this would ever be a possibility.
Okay. So you guys are born and raised in San Diego, just like me, and Chula Vista represent. Yeah. Okay. So you're born in Chula Vista, born and raised Chula Vista.
Well, I was born in San Diego, but I lived in Chula Vista. So my family's positioned in Chula Vista.
Okay. You too?
I'm pretty sure I was born in... I should know where I was born, huh?
I think, yeah. For the next podcast.
I'm pretty sure I was born in Spring Valley. At the hospital there, I cannot remember though. I know my mom.
But you're repping Chula.
I'm repping Chula. That's where I grew up.
Okay,
yeah,
that's what it's all.
Exactly.
South Bay represent, stand up. Ground Floor Murals. It's a dope name. How'd you come up with it?
Well, we used to be Dos de la Arte, which is like two of ours.
It was cute. It's because you know those De La Rosa candies, mazapan.
Is that like the circle ones?
Yeah. So that was our first logo, and it said Dos de la Arte. And then we were like, you know what? Like, we were looking around in Chula Vista, and they have murals here and there, but there wasn't really anything that really stood out to us that we knew of that was like continuous murals, and like the walls seemed pretty blank. So I was like, you know, we're kind of on the ground floor of this, Signe. So we used to say it all the time, like, we're on the ground floor, like let's go with it. And then you know what? Let's just change the name to Ground Floor Murals, and that means more than just like we're in the beginning. It also means that we're all on the same level. Our slogan is stay grounded, and that's not just for everyone else, but it's for us as well. So we like to say that we're all on the same level. We're all still trying to live and be successful in life, and by staying grounded, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I grew up in San Diego. I got a few years on you guys, but you know, when I was 18, 19 years old, I was just enamored with all of the like spray paint in the city that was starting to pop up. You had the Obey scene with Shepard Fairey really starting to pop off. You had Andre the Giant stickers all over the place, which was really cool. Then you had the wheat pasting come in.
Right.
And it was just awesome to see really the skate, surf, hip hop, and streetwear cultures emerging at that time.
Right.
And I was always a diehard sports fan, diehard Padres fans. So when I started seeing your artwork pop up in the city, it gave me a reason to like go visit all these things. Like I remember finding the Tatis one in OB, and I was like, I got to flex in front of this pic. What was your first big Padres piece?
Well, our first Padres piece was Tony Gwynn. That wasn't with the Padres, but that's what got their attention, and then that's how we started working with them. Okay. And the first one we did with them was the Joe Musgrove mural, because it just happened.
Right. we were talking to the Padres during that time about doing the Tatis one, and then all of a sudden this is happening, like the Joe Musgrove is happening. In the 7th inning, we get a call and say, "Hey, you guys watching?" And like, "Hey, just be ready. We might have to pivot our first mural to Joe Musgrove." So it was like, okay, cool. So that was our intro to the city. It was the Tony Gwynn was our intro. I remember we were doing it mid painting. We got a photographer, Matt Thomas from the Padres, came out and took photos of us, and then like a week later the Padres followed us, and I didn't really think much of it at the time, but then a month later after that, then we got contacted to work with them, and I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Oh, I love it. And that is so mid 80s.
Right.
Like, you captured it, and you had never done a face before.
Never before that.
Man, there's a lot of whack faces on paintings, the detail. And so when we get to the detail, who handles what? How do you guys, are you looking at a picture? How do you do it? How do you get yourself prepared for this?
I don't really ever feel like I have a lot of pressure because he likes to do the faces. That's where the pressure's at. I get to paint a flowing jersey. So I can kind of, nothing has to look exactly how the photo looks, but, the face has to look exactly like the guy. So for me, it's really just so fun. And then I'll see him over there stressing like, oh, it's off. What's off? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just over here painting San Diego across this guy's chest.
Yeah, but I think that's why all of our pieces look so cool. Like you can tell who did it, because I don't touch the jerseys or the uniforms rarely, unless I'm doing like the little logos. But Signe just does an amazing job at the jersey, and I think it goes really well with like my faces. So I don't know. I just really enjoy the collaboration that we have.
All right, so it happens really quick. You guys start this new business. Had you been entrepreneurs in the past? Have you started your own things? I guess I'll start with you, Paul.
Sure. I mean, I had a few unofficial businesses. I used to sell vintage for a long time. I think it was like my first way of getting money was through vintage. So I would sell hats and jackets on Instagram, and that's just like where I learned business. That's where I learned how to talk to people. That's where I learned negotiation and trading, and it was a lot of fun. And it was more about just like collecting than anything else. And then my parents were like, "You need to get a real job." So I got a real job, and I went there, and I got my first paycheck. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I was just so shocked that like I just worked for 2 weeks and I got what I could make on a hat. And it was just like, it was crazy to me that I had no idea what like money, like what it really was, until I got that job. And that kind of changed my whole perspective on like, oh dang, I was actually running a successful business without really knowing it. So it was kind of nuts.
Signe, what about you? Were you hustling before this? Were you working up some other things? I know you're really into tattoos. You're kind of trying to parlay into that. What had you done prior to Ground Floor Murals? Or was this brand new to you?
It's very brand new to me. I have a lot of research that I've done, and I have a lot that I still need to do. The most I've ever done was in elementary school. There were these little, it was a trending thing. It was a little pencil topper. It was squishy. So at my elementary school, we would call them squishies. Everybody had their squishies, different animals. And I would sell portraits of people's squishies on a Post-it note for like 10 cents. That's all I've ever done.
It's in the blood.
That was my hustle back in the day, but I don't have anything like that. This is very new to me, and I'm trying to start tattooing. That'll be really nice to have that extra income, because that's important in this life. You got
to diversify. We were all dabbling with business in different ways. Right. So, all right, Padres follow you. Padres, they commission a piece for you, and then how does that work? Do they? Again, it's surreal. Now you're commission. What's your definition of commission? Somebody paying you to do a piece of art?
Yeah, I mean, someone directing a project and funding it. I think that's what I consider a commission, because there's a lot of times we get like funded to do what we want to do, but if a commission is like, oh, we want this, like, and the cool thing about them is that they really trusted our design, so they wouldn't say, hey, we want this. They said they gave us the idea, and then I would have to design it, and I thought that was really cool of them to give us that much trust in the beginning. So yeah, so they would commission. So say they wanted a Yu Darvish mural, Joe Musgrove mural, and we got to design it, and then we showed it to them back and forth, and so that was a really cool experience for sure.
And so all your pieces are famous. Like, I have all my friends who they haven't been to the Joe Musgrove or something. So we're talking about, okay, how do we sneak into the high school to get our picture with it? Have the Padres talked about doing T-shirts with any of those? Because that hasn't happened, right?
It hasn't happened, and I don't think they're. I don't know.
We can.
We should.
Because there are our murals.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's like you guys coming on the Retail RX podcast or the hustle. We're talking about people hustling in different ways, but I want to give you guys a prescription to have a better business.
Right.
And so we're all learning from each other. And that's why I'm glad to be connected here with you. And speaking about connectors, like I feel you guys are the true City Connect because you are bringing people together with your artwork. You guys have conversation pieces that have become destinations for people here in San Diego. And what I'm seeing from the sidelines is what you guys have built as a San Diego brand. It's becoming, I would say, a national brand, but it has the opportunity to go global. Yeah. And what are the different art pieces where all have you been? I know like you guys did a piece for MrBeast. How does that even happen? But a lot of people might not know who MrBeast is. Who is MrBeast? I'll let either one of you take it.
MrBeast is a YouTuber. He's huge, especially especially amongst the kids. YouTube is really big amongst the kids, and even not the kids. I'm a big YouTube guy. Too. So everyone watches YouTube.
I'm a big YouTube guy myself. Yeah. You get into the tube.
Yeah, I do like the YouTube. Yeah,
lots of different things. I don't watch MrBeast, but
yes,
no offense to me. He's like it's for kids. He's like a video game guy, kind of. But if you watch his videos, it's very like, whoa, like we're gonna do this crazy thing. So it's for kids, and so he has a really big audience. And every time we visit an elementary school, all we have to do, if we seem like they're kind of getting bored of all the talk about art and business and following your dreams, is mention MrBeast, and they're like, no way.
Or Phase Rug even. So you guys know Phase Rug, or you guys know MrBeast, and they're like, and then all of a sudden we become like 20 times cooler, and it's just like cool. Now we know how to tap into like the kids.
So where do you see this brand going?
So we want to be more than just Ground Floor Murals. We want Ground Floor to be the thing that ties things. Yeah, exactly. So we want to get into, like she said, tattoos. We want to get into like just like pretty much tap into a lot.
We're big on community.
Yeah, huge,
that's what it's about.
Like I think that's the most important thing to us, and like the reason why we do it the most. Like community is just fun. Like throw a party at the park. Like see who, like let's get people together. Let's network. Let's have a good time. Like literally for my dog, we're throwing a little event on next Wednesday for his first birthday, and it's like come out, just like let's get to know each other. You follow us. Let's like hang out. Let's like bring your dog. Let's have a barbecue, have a beer, whatever.
What's it called? You got flyers? Of course you got flyers. We literally
just made flyers yesterday.
It's Chaka's birthday.
Chaka's first birthday.
At Roar Park.
Yeah, my best friend's a DJ too, so he's like, hey, we're having the wet carrot there, so it's gonna be a good time.
People right now, like I was just for my work in the digital space and like e-commerce, I was at 3 trade shows this past month. Coming out of the pandemic, people want to just like hang out again.
Right.
And so I think what you guys are doing right now, bringing people together and talking about parties and things like this, it's the timing of it. Right. You have your art, but then if you have the tattoos and you have these different ways to bring people together, vintage and things like that, I think you're really onto something and ahead of the game. So right now, like what I see is I see you doing all these different commission pieces, and where all have you done pieces? So you mentioned like Bob Saget up in the Bay.
Yeah, we did that. I don't know. We like to honor like when we do a lot of memorial pieces. I feel like I really perform well when it's a memorial piece. I feel like it just gets in my head, and it just I don't know. Those like really motivate me because I understand the importance, and I understand that other people can resonate with that, and then that's also a place where people can come and honor the person that they care about. Like we did a Chunky Sanchez and Logan, and that's probably one of my favorite ones just because of how much that means to the community. And like you go by it and you always see flowers and candles, always, and because of how big of a representation.
Who was he in the community?
Chunky Sanchez. He was a guitar player, but but more than that, he was an activist, and he did it through music, and it's just wonderful. As a Mexican person, he just did a lot for my people of San Diego, and also in the Chicano Park. So that was just a big one for me, and he he's touched so many different families. In fact, he like played at my grandpa and grandma's wedding. Like, he's done that for so many different people, so everyone just knows him as like just like, like chunky, like, and that's, and I don't know, that was just one of that really meant a lot to us and the community. So I don't know, something about memorial pieces really gets us.
Okay, so what have you done in LA? Have you done one in LA, two in LA? Who have you done work on? I think it's of my man up there, right? Yeah, Mr. Kobe Bryant
with Pau Gasol, and that was a really sweet piece. We got invited by Terrell Porter. He's another muralist. He's based in Hawaii. He's really cool. He was commissioned to paint like a whole block of Kobe murals, and that was phenomenal. It was really beautiful work, and it was a really fun time. That was a really nice experience that they had for us. And then he painted P22 when P22 passed.
I don't even know.
P22 is like he's a mountain lion, and he just did a lot for just local wildlife in California. He was they tracked him around all over the place. He would visit, or he would just walk through the neighborhoods and without disturbing anything, without eating any pets, and he was just like, he just let a lot of scientists and like animal experts would follow this animal, and he did a lot for like just understanding wildlife in California and why we need to preserve and why we need to build like bridges over freeways and stuff like that. So he was a big deal in conservation of wildlife, and that means a lot to me and Signe.
Okay, so Ale Smith, so they came after you guys and they wanted your help to get the word out about their brand. And they're a local brand here in San Diego with everything they do for the Padres. But what's happening right now in the digital space, like I live in the Amazon world, Shopify, Target.com, just e-com in general, it is so expensive for eyeballs, and what you have to spend for advertising right now, it's crazy. Right. And what I see happening is there's a shift coming back to community, and people like you guys, creatives like yourself with companies that you've built, you're super sexy to companies right now. And I want you guys to be ready for this opportunity, because who do you spray with? Krylon?
94, Montana.
Okay. Now just think, you're out here painting all these walls, creating all these buzz using their products.
Right.
Now, are they going to use Juan Soto for a sponsor? No, but you guys are doing something beautiful in the town using their products, and you got to kind of flip it. How can we work with some of these brands? I think like a Dickies. Right. I mean, I don't know if you followed what the Carhartt brand has done over the past few years. And they always had Carhartt Whip, which is over in the UK where they did a lot of their streetwear stuff. But they've just made some cool products and have made the Carhartt brand like stronger than ever. Like have you seen the 47 brand collaboration with? Do you have one of those hats?
Yeah, I do actually.
Dude, I do too. Actually, that one's fire. But 47 brand, like Dickies, like you guys are blue collar, you're out there hustling, you're out there working, and you're wearing stuff like Dickies and things like that. So I think, as you do these pieces, could you incorporate a Brixton t-shirt? Right. Do you know how many brands are in San Diego right now?
Absolutely, yeah.
And then kind of building with those brands, and then you guys are able to get licensing deals. With licensing deals, you get a % of everything sold. Right. And so your artwork is fantastic. How do we kind of take it to the next level? That's what I'm going to be in your ear about. And and I think it's super exciting because I've been on the other side watching brands ascend. Right. And I feel like you guys, you might not take like a 10,000 foot step back and look at your brand, but it's kind of rocket ship emoji season.
Thank you for saying that. It's hard to see when you're in it. Like, it's honestly like people will tell us things like that, and it's just like, oh shoot, like it's cool to get that perspective, but I can never fully see it. I think I see it when we look back, like let's look at this year, go back in the Instagram, like, oh wow, like we've done a lot in these 2 years. But like when you're in it, it's like, it's really hard to like you said, take those steps back and actually acknowledge what's going on. But we try to stay grounded. We try to like really look at it, but it does get hard to see that.
What is a dream mural for both of you guys to do? Money's not a thing. Who are you doing? Is it in a different city even? Like, let's open it up.
I have a
It's
few.
at the zoo.
Yeah, no, my dream client is the zoo.
Okay.
And I miss when I was a kid, San Diego was so branded as this zoo place, like all these animals. Even the my favorite poster of all time is my or the Super Bowl poster when the Super Bowl was in San Diego, and they just had a bunch of animals, and that was like the San Diego poster. So like it was just cool that that's what they thought of when they thought what's San Diego. So I kind of want to bring that idea back because I just love painting animals. Like I want more animal representation, and I don't know that
Paint that poster.
That's what I said.
And
We
will
had a project.
They will come, dude.
Yeah, no, we do animal. When I'll do like an animal piece, I'm like, all right, cool. The zoo's gonna hit us up soon. Like, but like it just feels that way. It's gonna happen when it happens, and I can feel it already.
Okay, so you get to do. What are you doing at the zoo? Are you doing that? You got to do that San Diego one.
Well, we probably work with their photographer. I would love to do that, and then just do like a nice, like depending on the wall, it'll speak to me. But I want to do like a big cat or anything. Honestly, we like to paint animals a lot.
Okay. Now, you can't say the zoo too. So
I said the zoo first.
Yeah, but he did the zoo. So okay, you know what are you gonna do? You see, okay, so you're Filipino.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
trying to get
Filipino.
more in.
Yeah, I definitely want to paint some Filipino representation, especially around National City. That's where I spent a lot of time growing up.
Was Manny Pacquiao's Filipino,
we
right?
did Manny
Okay.
Pacquiao, and that was in Paradise on Rio Drive.
PH. Shout out
Yeah.
to PH.
Yeah, so that was really sick. One of my favorite murals because we have Canelo, we have Pacquiao, and then we have the owner or the founder of the House of Boxing, just coaching a boxer.
That was a beautiful mural.
That I was really proud of my work on that mural, and it was just the sentiment behind it was so sweet.
Yeah, it really that's when I learned that what we can do with like the power that we had with our skill. Like I had an idea, but then that really just changed. Like people would talk to me about how proud that made them feel. Like people that lived there, they'd see it every day, and it just kind of changed the atmosphere. And all we did was paint the wall. And you can see such a drastic difference. Like if you put something of value up on the wall, it changes the value of the area, and people really take pride and like value where they're from. So like the fact that we have that power, it comes with a lot of responsibility that I'd love to have, because I want to. You notice where we paint, we're not painting in places that like we're very deliberate with where we paint, because we can recognize the value that we bring, and so that was one of those that you can really feel like the difference.
My mom knows you guys. Barbara Clark knows you guys. So my mom's like the biggest. Shout out Barbara Clark.
Yeah.
She taught at Castle Park down in Chula Vista for 30 years. I was telling you guys about. And I told my mom that you guys were coming over. I'm like, Ground Floor Murals are coming over to do a podcast. And she's like, oh, yeah, the couple. And I was like, yeah, you know them. That's that's super rad. What do you guys feel is like, what do you want to accomplish in the next few months with your brand? Do you write down goals like this to feel a sense of accomplishment? You can't create everything in a day. And when we were talking the other day, I felt like you felt that anxiety, like you did have to do everything. Is that right or no?
Yeah, I feel like for some reason there's so much pressure, and I think that reason is because like this is not conventional what we're doing at all. So my family always asks me questions, and they're kind of just really upset I'm not in college. That's a big one. And also they're upset I'm not going into the medical field. So
Still?
always, forever. But
Wow.
I mean, everyone's happy that I'm happy. Everyone knows I'm going to do what I want to do, but there's a lot of pressure all around. Also, because we're a small business.
And I think if you can get that extra help to have you guys take it to the next level, it'd be great.
Yeah.
You talked about t-shirts. I saw your Instagram post. You had some new stickers that came out.
Yeah.
What's other like t-shirts or something? I'd love to buy a t-shirt of, one of the murals or something.
Right.
What is your swag? I'm coming back to you. What's the swag that you want to do?
I really want to do shirts with our murals on them. We've wanted to for a long time. I think we just weren't ready to yet, but we're ready to now.
We have so many to choose from too, and they're like I already have like maybe 10 already. Like the first batch, I'm going to do 10 just right off the gate, But we do like the Ground Floor Murals one with the GF on the back, and those do really well, surprisingly. Like the hoodies do really well. We sell out every time. We just don't re-up. Like it's silly. We're super silly with it because like we know that there's like
Hey, we're not silly. We're just two guys.
yeah, we are just two
That's
guys,
all
but
it
still,
is.
it's like we could be way better with our merch, and I think
you're going to be better, and you have
There you
time
go.
to do it. And your
Exactly.
brand's bubbling.
Exactly.
go.
Yeah.
There you
It's
go.
only been what, 2 years?
yeah. No,
Let me hook you up with Jorge down in Panama. Like he'll whip
Oh,
you up
damn.
real. No, I'm just fucking with you. But
out Jorge.
what would you tell like aspiring entrepreneurs who want to follow in your footsteps? I mean, it's not all easy. It's not like you guys painted a mural and oh my gosh, we're famous, we're successful. It's not like that. There's ups and downs for this.
Right.
And yeah, what would you tell people who want to be the next Ground Floor Murals?
Oh, I mean, just if you love it, you'll make it happen. Like
Okay.
truly. If you love what you're doing, then there's no other way. And if you believe there's no other way, then there's no other way. Like we believe, like I said, we're gonna work for the zoo. We're gonna do all these things. Like we're gonna continue to be successul, and I believe that, and that's why it's gonna happen. You know, and that's not on some like cocky anything. Like I'm just like, if you don't have that mentality, then I truly don't think it's possible. Because you need to go into things with confidence, and you need to go into things with this is what we're doing. This is what we're gonna do. Intention. Truly. And we have the intention, and we have good intentions, and we want to help the city. We want to help the communities. We want to build community. We want to share love, spread love, and we're going to. And that's kind of how we approach our business.
That's fantastic. Would you tell the same thing to a younger you, or you're along the same lines?
I would say take the risk. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Just take the risk and do your research. Ask questions. And if you're afraid to ask a stupid question, Google it.
Okay, so
But figure it out.
One more thing. You're going to fail, and it's going to suck. Like just be ready for that, and then just know that it's not going to suck after a while. You know, like you're always going to get better. My stuff right now, I'm going to look back at it next year and be like, wow, I got a lot better. And that's been the ways it's been for the last 3 years. You know, it's like, so I know next year I'm going to be proud of my growth, and that's kind of just like the mentality that I look at it. You know, do as best as you can right now, and it's the best you can do.
you guys have great heads on your shoulders because people my age don't have the experience and the perspective that you do. So I hope you're able to take a step back and just understand that you're from the outside. It seems like you're handling things really well. And
thank you.
I've started businesses and I look and I really focus at, you know, like I have an Amazon business called The Second Childhood with two of my friends. Second
Right.
Childhood after a Nas song. You know what I mean? The brand hasn't blown up. We make cool products and everything, but for the longest time, I struggled over, I spent this money and the brand hasn't done this. And little did I know that I was gaining my chops and earning my stripes about business. And
Right.
it seems what you guys are saying, you already have that. So props to you. Where do people need to find you? Like, I did not know you had a YouTube channel. Then I found that out and I'm like, okay, algorithms are going to like me because I'm the Devin Booker piece.
Oh, yeah, that
you
was
did
cool.
That was fire.
So shout out to Omatic. Omatic is our guy. He's like our video guy. We've been going with him like since the beginning. He's like our third member, and he's incredible. It's nice too because we get to talk ideas, talk business. He's the guy I'm texting in the morning, like early in the morning, and then
He's not responding though.
Well, sometimes it depends, you know. But he's great. He's done amazing for us, and I just love it because we get to look back at both of us are growing in different ways, and it's just really cool to see like look where we're going. You know, like we look. I don't know if you've seen that Mr. Cartoon documentary.
Oh my God, that was
right.
Fantastic.
When I saw it, I was like, dude, that's us, Omatic. Like this is we're building right now. Like look at what they did. You know, the videographer and then the artist, and it was just like really cool to see like what they did. And then there's like, just wait, man, we're 2 years in. Like, and that's just like so. Omatic, shout out to Omatic.
Awesome. Yeah.
Big
So
shout out.
what's up?
Big shout out to Omatic.
Big shout out. Yeah.
I think it's about that time for some card ripping, huh? We might have to do it before we
Yeah.
can't
So
let them leave without ripping some packs up in the
Paul and Signe, you know, they're into vintage, they're into different things. And Signe was just saying earlier, I was like, what music are you listening to? And she's like, I listen to everything. I think you guys both might have said that, but you dropped a little Justin Bieber. And here I just have like a Justin
Keeping it
Bieber-
real here.
I'm
Yeah,
just keeping
I
it
got a
real.
Justin Bieber pack for you to. Have you opened a pack of cards before?
Yeah, but like toy stuff.
So-
like,
okay.
Wait, first and
Pokemon.
foremost, how do you have Justin Bieber in your mix here?
I-
You got to give us the backstory on that.
I mean, so I have packs all over the place, boxes. Like this is a 2019 Topps Chrome Blaster. I can get a Tatis rookie in there. I mean, we're all chasing some kind of high, right? And I got a 1992-93 Ultra. So I have random packs here, and I hooked Paul up with a 1991 Studio pack.
Sick.
The photography on this is classic, and you're capturing some vintage styles you like. So go ahead and rip.
Man.
If you need help ripping, I can help. But can you open? Let's see you open the pack. Let's see if you can.
First.
A little Bieber
look at
pack.
that.
What kind
Let's see.
What's your favorite Bieber song?
Baby.
Baby. Okay.
Baby. Yeah.
Cla-
The startup.
I was listening to him today because I remembered like he was phenomenal as a child.
Shout out Usher.
Ooh,
Are we tagging him on this one? We're tagging him.
Yeah. We're tagging him for sure.
Drummer Bieber. I like it. What's that one?
Oh, you got to look at him too, though. We need to see your reaction.
Ooh.
This is him singing "Baby." Oh. Okay.
And you're the singer, but
Candid.
you're not the singer.
No, she's the singer.
You're
I
the
love singing, but I'm not like technically good. But I live for it. This one's
it's
art.
Like a hand.
Oh, you got his hand?
That's
I
like
guess.
The Arnold.
How much is that worth, Tim?
I'm going to say that's probably about 3 cents. How do the nails look, though? Is it hair done, nails done, everything
Actually, his nails, I don't know, look like a 13-year-old boy's
He looks
nails.
like a stressed out
Man.
guy that has to tour the world.
Lost some value off of that.
Yeah. I mean, you're trying to pull a Drake rookie in here, but no Drake so far?
Bungee
Spongy.
jump Bieber.
Oh, bungee
What
jump
is that?
Bieber,
Having
that
fun.
one.
This is great,
Another
man.
candid. And then that's
the
it.
drummer. Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't do it for you, did it?
No, I love it, especially the one with his hand.
What's the back of that?
No, shit. That actually, for real, the hand one. The hand one's
Oh,
legit.
trivia. What does Justin Bieber miss most about school?
The honeys.
Fine answer.
What do you think? What does he miss most? Did he go to school?
Probably not being yelled at by everybody everywhere he goes. That's what I would miss if I were him.
So 1991. What Padres do you remember from 1991?
Oh, I don't know the dates.
No, not dates. I mean, okay, Tony Gwynn, obviously.
Yeah.
Can you?
I mean, I 91. This is gonna make.
I'm putting you on the spot. I can help you if needed, but
At 91, I wasn't alive yet, so I mean, my favorite, my favorite. Okay, I'll derive off of that question. My favorite player growing up was Benito Santiago. Not only because he was a legend, but also because like he was the guy that looked like me and my dad, and I was like, wow, look at this guy who's kicking ass that looks like my dad, and it was just really cool to have that representation. That's a painting that I really want to do.
Jerry
I
Curl.
can't believe we still haven't.
Jerry Curl, yep.
mustache, the catcher mask, like, and then the 80s colors. It's just my favorite. You know, I have that too. I was looking at
The
that.
one up way up top.
Yeah, I have that.
Benito Santiago starting lineup.
I have that in my man cave too. But anyways, yeah. So that's my answer to that.
So
Well,
this was
the word is out. You're doing a Santiago piece one day.
We're working with Three Punk really, or our boy Steve, the owner of Three Punk, really wants a Benito Santiago, and I
Third Avenue?
yeah, third.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he needs it. I've been talking about that since I've known him. So
maybe
Yes.
over the Mario Lopez one. He doesn't rep. He's from San Diego and he doesn't rep
from
the
Chula
Padres.
Vista.
But
imagine being a child actor being taken up to LA every single day. You know, I mean, I'm not. You know what I mean? Like he grew up in LA.
it's preppy. I'm AC. My bad.
No,
I love you.
He's my neighbor.
Come
man.
back, though.
That's
Come back to
that's
SD.
another one too. Like growing up, seeing him kick ass on Saved by the Bell, not being the token Mexican, but just being the hot.
Just being him.
Yeah,
He's
like
dope.
dude,
Not the token Mexican, the hot Mexican.
not even Mexican, like a main character, and it had nothing to do with it. Like when you see Mexicans on TV, like they're Mexican on TV. He was just like the stud, like the main character.
That's like me seeing John Cho, American Pie. You know, he was
Right.
like, he was just a regular dude. He was
Right.
just having fun.
Right.
Love when they do that.
Yeah.
And he's from right down, like every time I come home from school, my grandma would say, look, that's Mario Lopez's house. Look, that's Mario Lopez's house. So I live down the street from, so like every day I was like, I would watch Saved by the Bell before I go to school, and just seeing that's Chula Vista. I can be as good, I can do something like that.
So is he one of your childhood heroes?
In a weird way. Yeah, he totally was. He made it, he's out of Chula Vista. He kind of looks like, he's Mexican. He's from my hood. And that was just like seeing him kick ass just let me know that I could kick ass. So that was cool.
You got to do, so hearing that, let's retract what I was saying about young AC.
Right.
It would be cool to do a Dodgers one of him. Because
I can't do that.
Okay, but so you can't do a Dodgers one?
I don't think that would go over well. The only Dodger I've ever considered, and this is probably going to give me hate, is Valenzuela.
I was thinking you were going to say Machado.
Well, we've already done Machado, and now he's a Padre.
I thought you was going to be like, haha, got you. Like, I'm not going to play a Dodger.
No,
What about, Kirk Gibson with the...
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, that is cool. They obviously have we're building the legacy that we saw the Dodgers have in San Diego right now, and it's an honor to be a part of it as it's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're gonna see that same. We're gonna see we're seeing it happen live, and it's cool to be painting as it's happening.
All right, let's see the stack.
You could get a Fred McGriff on the Padres. You could also get a Gary Sheffield on the Padres.
Sheffield would be tight.
I think Sheffield is on the Padres.
Oh, no way, dude.
Oh, dang.
That's it.
That is
It's a great one.
Dude, wow. Whoa. Hold on, one more time. Right there. Look at
Nice.
that.
We didn't get Drake. We got Benito Santiago.
That's nuts. This needs to be.
This is destiny right here.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
it's crazy. It's like ever since we started doing this together, like painting, things like this happen all the time. And like when I met her,
fire.
it's just crazy. Like the universe really is like letting us know we're supposed to be here, and it's like, and we just go with it. We
But you got Benito Santiago. Okay, keep going. That is fire.
This is
we'll get you
amazing.
a sleeve and a case
amazing.
for that. As you guys rip these cards,
I have this jacket, to my vault, the Dodgers starter jacket.
but you don't. You can't wear it.
No, it's more for the just like it's appreciating in my closet.
Okay.
Hey, that's how authentic he is. They're representing hard.
Yeah. No, I mean, I have a lot. I mean, the LA stuff is valuable, so I have a lot of LA gear that just appreciates, like wine, especially now because like everyone wears their stuff out, like hats. That's why I don't wear my hats anymore, because they're becoming more and more scarce as time goes on. So it's like really hard for me to even take them out of the box. And so, like, anyways,
Porter.
Everyone know.
Yeah.
We gotta let everyone know, if you ever have any hat questions, you gotta seek our man.
You know what's funny? I had a YouTube video when I was a kid. It's really embarrassing, but it has like 250,000 views of me just telling people how to reshape and restore a hat. And I was
fucking dope.
and it's like I get talked about, like people tell me about that all the time, like, oh, I saw you through like this video. I was like, what the hell? Like, it was just
You still have that video live?
it's funny.
Okay.
And I was like in high school, and I like in a section I was like shirtless. It was just like really weird. It was like it's just funny that it was
Growing process, bro.
it's a funny video, and it's like I can't take it down because that was me in high school.
Yeah, but are they running ads on it because it has so many views? Because you should be picking up the AdSense on that.
Right, I don't know. Maybe there's a little pocket of change in there somewhere.
Let's go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think I'm ripping a pack here.
Yes,
I
please.
bought a Premier League pack. I'm trying to get this dude Benzema. I've never even heard of him, but I did this. I
Wait, is that
produced a
hip-hop?
rap. What's up?
Hip hop pack right there?
No, it's soccer, dude. I don't even know any soccer players, and that's my problem. It's an
Shout out
addiction.
to Loyal.
Who are
and
we
Wave.
shouting out?
Loyal and Wave.
Oh, are you doing the there's the big Manchester United playing Wrexham here.
Oh wow.
And you know Manchester United?
Yeah.
Do you know Wrexham? Hopefully I'm saying it right, but it's the Premier League team that Ryan Reynolds and the dude from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia bought.
Wow.
And they're playing in San Diego.
Right.
Dude, you guys should have some pop-up murals there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You should be commissioned for some pop-up
We
murals
painted
there.
for Wave and we painted for Loyal, and that's got us really into the scene.
Dope.
And they're freaking awesome. I love what they're doing. They're really changing the city and like bringing a new energy that I really, really admire. Both of those teams, Loyal
Yeah,
is awesome.
soccer in general there's so much energy there.
Yeah.
Always been a soccer kind of guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So shout out to soccer.
Shout out to
San Diego.
soccer, and I think find ways where you can get out of the weeds with some of the administrative stuff, because you don't have many moments in life, and you guys are having a moment right now, and you need to just you need to turbo up and get going. So I want to help you kind of find ways where you can get help. Also, I think trying to get some of these brands like Dickies, like Brixton, like work together, and maybe there's ways where you can bring some buzz back to their brand, but you know what, like you got to get some money in your pockets for that. This isn't there's things
free
for
pants.
or free pants.
Maybe you want free like markers from Posca.
Okay. So exactly. So that's what I want you to think about, are brands who you use their products, and that's where I can help. I want to go reach out to these brands on behalf of you, and we can all break bread with each other. So
like Vans, Levi's, Dickies.
Classics.
The classics.
Yeah, Vans is an easy one. Like my buddy works, it's not an easy one, but my buddy works there, and I think they work with a lot of like people hustling like you guys.
Chucks too. We like Converse too, but yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about Snoop going to Skechers?
Oh,
Whoa, that's sick.
It makes sense.
It's sick.
I think it's sick because that's hilarious.
Okay.
That's why it's sick.
Also, it's like you need support, man. Like I get some people tell me all the time that like when I get old, my feet are not gonna like me because
I'm down
I
for
just wear
Skechers.
flat.
They have really cool shoes, actually. Some of them are really cool.
Hey, well, I mean,
Man,
This is
Mr.
not sponsored.
Skechers,
This is
like,
not sponsored.
are you hearing this?
Hey, it's 2023, man.
Dude, it's 2023.
98 right
yeah.
You guys are going to be rocking around in Skechers?
She'll be the Skechers ambassador. I'll
wear
be the
Skechers. I've
Vans.
seen some really cool shoes from Skechers. My friend Maddie has like the coolest. She loves Skechers. Don't know why. Maddie,
now.
if you
It's the
see this.
camera. I'm giving her daps right now.
Yeah.
JB, Justin Bieber, we got the Skechers.
Yeah, you know we live in
the early
yeah.
2000s. So
No, but we live in a place where we can all have what we like, and then we
it
can
doesn't
find
matter.
community.
Yeah.
Anywhere. Like
true.
there's a whole like like our vintage stuff. We can connect on that. Your Skechers stuff, you can find a whole. You know what I mean? Like it's just
I've
like
never had it.
We're going to find you some old folks that maybe I didn't know.
Snoop even.
I was surprised by this. And
That's funny.
training animals, shout out Katie Springer, but like that one is not as far off as you think. And let's go get some of this stuff.
Right.
I mean, and
I think it's more like like there's those milestones that you're just like you want to wait for, like just to let. I mean, and whenever it happens is when it's supposed to happen. But it's like that's one of those things. Like it's gonna happen when it happens. Like it's like I don't want to rush it. I just want it to happen when it happens. It can happen tomorrow. It can happen in 2 years. But like it just like it's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen.
so what if I hit them up and then they just
That's
reach
when
it?
it's supposed to happen.
Okay, cool. Okay, I like that. Where can people find you? We talked about YouTube.
yeah.
We got off on a long tangent,
Right.
but all right, YouTube. Where can we find you?
Ground Floor Murals. Just look up Ground Floor Murals, groundfloormurals.com. Instagram is probably our most active. We both have personals as well, but Instagram is Ground Floor Murals, at Ground Floor Murals. She's Signe Daytona on Instagram, and I'm Paja on Instagram.
Okay.
And,
what about TikTok?
We do have a TikTok.
Okay.
We've done a few. We did this one that was like this Mickey Mouse one, and that got a big buzz. We were this close to 1 million views, and then they took our sound off, and that discouraged me a lot. But we'll get back on TikTok. Oh, I don't know. What's up with TikTok?
TikTok is TikTok, but the best ones are Instagram and YouTube. I think our YouTube is fun because you get to watch all the videos we've made with Omatic, incredible videographer.
Better on TVs and better on computers. They're not as fun to watch on because he does such a good job.
Yes, exactly. You get to see the quality.
Wise.
Yeah.
It's like just put it on and get some popcorn and watch a few episodes, and it's just like they're cool. And you start from the beginning to the end, you just see us grow, and it's just really neat.
And we're still making videos, so we're gonna keep going. We'll
Yeah.
keep seeing new videos.
I mean,
It's fun.
we sometimes we'll like just watch them when we're feeling like, what are we doing? Like, are we like, or like, what have we done? And then you look back like, oh, dude, look what we did. Like, it's just really nice to keep us going and keep us just like understanding that what we're doing matters. Because in today, like everything's so quick, you forget about it the next day. Like so it's just like nice to just sit back and just really admire the accomplishments you've done and just like yeah, okay, we're doing a good job. And it takes a lot to get to that point.
Well, thank you so much for coming by the hustle.
Yeah.
And we're going to build from here. We really are.
All right, folks. This has been another episode of The Hustle, powered by the Retail RX. Catch you later. Peace.